Um, the one thing that makes me, I think, special with a lot of people is my background is Apache, Nedney Apache, and Cherokee. They wonder why an Apache and a Cherokee would get together, and I simply say, because of love. Love is always the answer for two people that meet. The other thing about me is that I was born almost on Route 66 in America, and everybody knows about Route 66. The other thing, too, that I was born a miracle child. And in my people's world, we call a miracle child is a child that's born without a facility, one of their body, and I was born blind. I was blind and lived in the world of darkness for 4.5 years of my life. I couldn't see. But where that could be, and a lot of people would think that's a sad thing, for me it was an enhancement, because I was able to learn things that a lot of people don't know. Living in the world of darkness is not the worst thing in the world. The world of darkness is as strong as the world of light. I was born on the way to California. That's my heritage. I was born from a father who was a wise man, a wisdom keeper, and a mother who was a medicine woman. But they were also entertainers, singers, dancers, and musicians, and very good ones. They had their own show that traveled in New Mexico, Arizona, and Colorado. And they were the most popular show in that time. So I grew up under that influence. The other unique part of my life is that a lot of people have the impression, I don't know why, that Indians drink a lot. And in my home with my parents, I never saw liquor. I never saw drugs. And of course, we didn't have a Bible either. So I just wonder how we really evolved. But that's part of my heritage. I grew up with a very healthy home. And this is very important. In my lectures, in my seminars, worldwide, wherever I travel. And the other unique part of my traveling is that wherever I go, I always come back. And I always get people to come and see me or hear me talk. I've been to Australia 4 times. I've been to Norway so many times that they think I belong here. Italy, Germany, Spain. And I always come back. The reason I think is because my message is family. Family is very important. And we're losing the roots of family in the world. And that bothers me because I grew up with a very healthy, very family-rooted type way. We believe strongly on the fact that a tree without a healthy trunk will not produce strong limbs to give out beautiful leaves. And that's the same thing with a family. You need the father and mother. It's very important. And there are too many confused children today in the world that are the cause of broken marriages, let's say, or people that don't care. And we're losing the concept of family in the world.
Can you tell me what you see for the future? Do you think
What do I see in the future?
Yeah.
The future of the world is the way I see it, traveling as much as I do, and talking to people. And a lot of people come to me, troubled people, because I can see a lot into the future. I think the cause of that is because I lived in the world of darkness, and I was able to see beyond the light. And I see a lot of darkness coming if we're not careful. I believe that we're at a very crucial time in this world that we're living in now, the 21st century. And it's up to the people. The consciousness is not all together. I usually in my seminars will say to people, I want to have you do something now that you don't do too often anymore. And I have them stand up and I say, now you're going to do this something that I was talking about. You're going to hold hands with a stranger. You see, there's not enough hugging and welcoming a stranger. And it used to be at one time that it was unique and nice to meet somebody that was different. Today, you shy away, you hold back. That has been created for us. It has been systematically created for us. We must reverse this. We must change it so that instead of this, we have more love. And before love, respect. We're losing that. And if we continue on that path, we have a chaotic future that I see. Because we're not advancing. You know, we were 6.2 billion people in the world just not too long ago, 10 years ago. And now we're 7 billion. And according to all records, we will reach in 20 years 10 billion. So that is something in a way that we have to come together. There is this new miracle that has happened to us, the internet. Not television, but the internet. With it, we've been able to reach and become closer to each other. But because of this, we are destroying each other. We're not helping each other. And we should be finding ways to help each other, to come closer together, because the internet has brought us closer together. And this is, I'm very serious about this whole thing. I don't think that that we are destroying the environment as much as it is surveyed. I think that mostly we're destroying ourselves consciously, because our consciousness is not, the energy is not moving to all the different peoples of the world. And the world itself, Mother Earth, also works on consciousness. She has a consciousness. And if we don't get together and use this consciousness as peoples in this world, we are eliminating of this consciousness on Mother Earth. So that's why today we are having turbulent times with the weather, for instance. Okay? And we have to be able to care more. Simple care, love, but respect above all things. And that's what I see in the future. A lot of darkness if we are not careful. But I see hope also in my travels. because I see a lot of the young people. The young people work more on consciousness. And you know why they work on consciousness? They have nothing else. A lot of young people get themselves educated and don't have a job. So they turn to Mother Nature. And they're doing that. A lot of them. They're learning that, wow, we have to go back. And we do have to go back. We must remember our heritage, how we got started. And we must be able to repair the damage that we have done there in our social ways. We have done a lot of that.
Do you have a message for the young people out there?
Well, the young people are very important. They're the most important thing we have today in the world. And I'm not going to say that the elderly are not important, because the elderly have a message that they carry within themselves that the youth needs. We don't have as many grandfathers and grandmothers as we used to. They're being storaged into a pension home. And I always suggest when I go to a school that they should bring an elderly person to speak for 30, 45 minutes to the children, so that they can know what happened before they were born even. This is important to children, because today, you know, we have too many single mothers, for instance. And it's not easy for a single mother to fill the role of father and mother. The solution to this whole thing are the elderly to come out and talk about their old times. The youth have to be respected. You see, when a child is born, we think they're just beautiful. And they are. They smile, they're learning things. But it's up to us to guide them in the right direction, to give them the right instruction, so that they learn right from wrong, so that they learn that love is more than what dad and mom did in the bedroom for them to be here. Love goes further than that. We have to promote love and peace. I have a new book, and in my book I say that we need more healers in the world, but we need true healers. You see, healers like scientists, like doctors, like teachers are born. We're all born to do something in this world. Some of us are born to do more than one thing, but some are born to be great physicians, great teachers. And this is what we have to do. Well, the world today needs more teachers, more healing teachers. And a lot of these healing people are in the closet someplace hiding. They are. They are afraid to come out. And you do have many that are, like my mother used to say, are false prophets. They're prophesizing that they are what they are not. These are the ones we have to be careful with. But more and more people today need help. Psychological help. And when I say psychological, I don't mean they're crazy. They're confused. They're confused about where we're going. See, and we need people to come with the words of wisdom. My people had no books. We used words of wisdom. And these words carried, they still carry through. We have not forgotten them. European people, including Norway probably, used to work with words of wisdom as well at one time. But unfortunately, then came one word, civilization. And we felt that civilization was in a book. But it's not. It's in each and every one of us. That's where wisdom comes from. It comes from in here. It comes through here somewhere and comes down and comes out here. We're not using this. If we do this correctly, the right way, we will be able to change this world around. There is hope. The world is not going to come to an end like they believed in 2012. But I strongly believe, because I had a vision when I was 7 years old, that the world was going to be in chaos in 2013. Between 2012 and 2013. And it's happening right now, all over the world. We've got weather that we don't understand. Okay? We don't know what's coming next. But we do have to form circles and hold hands together. That energy that will, it's a force. My people believe in this. That if we form these circles and the prayer can be chanting, but if they do this all over the world, we will get more togetherness. That is happening little by little, and it's going to take some time. I think we'll see the light around 2014, beginning of 2014. But 13 is not over yet. It's just beginning. Okay. Now, as far as the youth are concerned, I think that they are going to be the saving instrument of the world. Somebody just told me yesterday, I wouldn't want to believe in a president if he was 23 years old. She said this, and laughed about it. And I said, be careful with those words. Because that 23-year-old has probably been through so much that he knows and has a lot of information of how to help humanity. It doesn't take age to be wise. It all comes from up here. It all comes from listening, watching, and seeing what's happening in the world. It's there for us to see. The solution, I don't see the end of the world. My people believe that the moment you're born, you begin to die. Okay? And this is true. The moment you're born, every day, you're dying a little bit. But you're learning also. And if you're learning, this is good for the world. We are all expecting, there are many, many people expecting a Messiah, somebody that's going to come and save the world. We have to save the world. United. There is not enough unity in the world. The United Nations. I've told them, because I've been a representative in the UN for 5 years, and I've told them, you're the most disunited nations I've ever seen. United States of America, they're the most disunited. I don't see why they use that word, united. Because unity comes from the heart, from the soul, and from humility. This is where unity comes from. To know that you can help somebody else. To want to help somebody else. This will be the solution of our world. more unison, more united people.